Welcome to Stormhaven by Laugh Out Lore, DM'd by Anthony. You guys know him as Chiraka, or you guys know him as the big voice in the sky. Before we get started, a couple of announcements. Again, tentative date, March 19th. We will be doing the first story the first broadcast of the Passed Down stories. The first person to go to start is Curtis. We are going to have a practice run that is not going to be broadcast right away. If all goes well, we will have it in the can for if we ever have to cancel. But I'm pretty excited about it, so I'm hoping that we can get started on that.
I got a story written this weekend. I'm
sweet.
gonna record that tomorrow and start sending it around.
We need to make the schedule then on who goes first. So who goes second.
Yep.
So we'll deal with that tomorrow. Other than that, I don't think I have any other announcements. So, Anthony, take it away.
All right, we're gonna pick up where we left off last week with our band of roaming misfits, kind of using this fog as cover and getting some much-needed rest. Pearl has realized that Broth stole the coin from him and decided to pull up a stool and watch old chicken Broth sleep away the night, and guessing he's contemplating on what's going on, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, I'm start off here. I think this was the end of the night. I'm gonna pull out. We talked outside of the live. I'm gonna pull a cigar out of my coat pocket, and I'm gonna light that up. Sit here on my stool and kick my feet up on the wheel. Make sure we're keeping paths straight, and I'm just gonna keep my eyes on Broth. Trying to really think of why he'd try to steal that coin. I know why he wants it, but to me, it's in safe hands.
Is it morning yet, or have I woken up yet?
It was morning. You guys had been through your second night, I believe, and then you went to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, we agreed to sleep during the day a little.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure I can do a long rest.
We're gonna get up about 3 or 4 o'clock.
3:30.
Perfect.
Okay. That's probably start waking up, making coffee, getting ready for your day, which is overnight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly make sure that Meliram is on the cook duty before I head upstairs to make sure that breakfast is being prepared.
Yeah, we'll say Malyarim and Grim are down in the kitchen making shrimp for everyone.
I'm gonna pull up a stool for Grim to make sure he can reach the stove.
Every time Malyarim talks about shrimp,
Yep.
Grim gets a little bit taller.
I'm like, Grim, why? What baggy pants you have? It's kind of cushiony. Your butt's getting bigger, and I'm gonna just like pat his butt a little bit and walk on upstairs.
All right, Monteith, roll a perception check with disadvantage.
He's still on the steps, isn't he?
Yes.
Damn it. Okay. You said perception with disadvantage, right?
Yeah. You took a pretty nasty fall, and you were really drunk, so.
Yeah, I forgot about that. 10 and 3 for 13. So 13. The second one was 19 and 3.
Yeah, you can't really figure out what's going on.
Fuck.
You remember bits and pieces of last night. A weird conversation with Broth and Froll about Melkor swimming, and you guys were leaving him behind or something, so you can't really remember, but
So it's
You
safe to say
slowly.
that I don't remember my suspicions.
I would say so, yeah, because you got pretty drunk. I think to bury them.
Okay, so I'm gonna start kind of like just real groggily being like, why the fuck am I up here? I should be down below deck. What happened?
You're
Uh,
still laying at the bottom of the stairs.
Man. So,
So you'd be
shit.
sitting up on like the bottom stair, kind of coming to, groggy.
So I'm gonna crawl. I'm not even gonna fucking walk because I imagine I'm still feeling like shit. I'm gonna crawl up the stairs.
Okay. What are you gonna do when you get
And
up there?
I'm gonna immediately try to find the captain.
Okay. I would think you'd see him right away, no matter what, coming up the stairs.
Which captain?
Where? Yeah, true. Which captain are you looking for?
I'm looking for Melkor.
I think I was
need.
passing you as you were on the steps. So like as soon as you
Okay.
woke up, you looked up, and I was like walking beside you.
Okay. So let's disregard that then. I'm gonna look further. I'm gonna go straight to the big captain. And
He
I'm gonna
said-
ask him what the fuck happened. Why am I at the bottom
You
of the
guys are
stairs?
both gonna have to answer him at the same time.
He said the real captain. Yeah, he knows.
I immediately start talking, trying to beat Froll to answering because I know I'm the real captain.
I picture I'm sitting here kicked back, and he walks up to me, and you're just standing on the steps behind him.
I'm like, oh yeah, you got passed out drunk, and I'm like, it's okay. I know you were facing him, but you asked for the real captain. I'm here. You must have just missed me when you were walking by.
I'm gonna just look at him, and then I'm gonna look over at Froll, and then I'm gonna look back at him and be like, I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore.
Yeah, Fro, I'm take another puff off my cigar, and welcome to the crew, mate.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna look up at the captain. Well, I'm gonna look at Froll and be like, man, it's a weird crew, but I'm not too opposed to it.
Yeah. If you're trying to make sense of what happened last night, I am too. Seems we've got a liar and a thief on our hands. We're gonna get to the bottom of it.
I'm gonna say, oh, what's your suspicions?
No suspicion. I'm just gonna nod my head over to where Broth's tied up on the stern there.
This one, Broth, roll perception.
And as he's talking about broth, I'm going to shift into broth to continue our plan from yesterday.
I didn't get tied up at the last episode.
Oh, you didn't, did you?
Nope,
You just
he
laid
didn't.
down.
Yeah, he laid down and passed out.
Yeah.
Passed out.
So just roll. You were drunk before you went to sleep, though, weren't you?
Yes, he was.
So roll perception with disadvantage.
Because remember, he shot a hole through the floor.
Yes.
Did anybody check that out at Melkor?
Nope.
I know you heard it because I was stomping my boot to try to cover it up.
And I'm like, oh
So-
man, where did that fart come from?
That's double 11s plus 5 for 16 each.
You hear some of the conversation between the captains and Monteith, and the captain and Monteith, and the real captain and Monteith.
Valid.
And you start to wake up and come to and see Froll sitting there on his stool smoking his cigar not really taking his eyes off of you to talk to Monteith and the other captain behind them on the stairs.
Yeah, and I don't really say anything. I just keep staring and smoking my cigar.
I'm gonna look at him and kind of groggily ask if he's got another one.
I'd say DM at any time. I'm probably carrying about 3, kind of inside my inner coat pocket.
Okay.
And
So you figured out that your coat actually has pockets and not just decorations sewn on there.
well, I have the one inner pocket. The outer pockets are just kind of stitched gold ribbon, so it
Lining.
looks like there would be pockets.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
so that's where I'm gonna keep them. Do you want me to roll for how many we found? For the other guys, we talked about this out of stream, but asked him if I could roll to find a cigar box in the captain's quarters on the ship that we raided.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And it's going to be something that we kind of look for from here on out on other raids.
Hell
Call
yeah.
it like exotic silks or rare spices kind of thing.
Okay.
So I don't know how you want to determine how many I had.
I would say, being a rare commodity and it was a ship that someone already had been on, I'd say probably roll a d20 and that'll be how many you found.
Okay.
Call a case of them 1d20.
There's 12. So I'm going to mark that in my notes. I'm going to pull one out. I'm just going to kind of throw it in his direction.
I'm gonna grab it, get up and grab it, and start kind of like patting around, see if I have like a flint or something on me.
Look down
And I
and
wanna-
say, "Oh, need some fire?"
I actually think I do there, but first I want to go get some rum. You got a cup?
Why don't you do that? I'm sure there's cups in the kitchen.
You want a cup?
Yeah, I'll take 2.
All right. And I want to walk down, grab 3 cups of rum. Cigar is still kind of in my mouth, and walk back up, get him 2 cups, hold a cup, take a sip.
Okay, Melkor, are you still on the stairs or?
No, I'd say I'm
Have you
close. I'm probably just around everybody. So I know we don't have a huge ship, but I'm imagining like it's still pretty close quarters on the deck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say
It's a medium size. That's what we had spoken about.
yeah. So I would
Is there a
say
railing behind the steering wheel?
Yes.
I want to sit against that and look at Furl, and
Okay.
then ask
Yeah.
him if he's
Are
got
you
a
like
light.
sitting down with your shoulders leaning against it, or are you sitting up on the railing?
No, I'm sitting like back against it, kind of like, I got nowhere to go now, so.
Yeah, I'd say kind of the railing behind the wheel, maybe, if he's trying to
Okay.
sit in front of me.
So you're just leaning against the railing at the back of the ship, sitting there.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna look over at Melkor. I'm gonna say, Captain, what in your tales do you know pirates do with thieves?
I walk over to the plank and I mimic like being tied up and like almost falling, kind of miming it, but like with my hands tied behind my back, and just like have a look of fear on my face, just trying to work on my acting skills, but still trying to convey the message.
Broth, roll perception to see if you get the message.
Oh, that's a 19.
Oh yeah, you get them.
And I would say at this point too, you should probably check and see if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. With a 19, I would say that you realize that coin is no longer in your shirt pocket where you had left it when you went to sleep.
That was kind of the idea of when I patted myself down, was to incognitively
Okay.
pat to see if the coin was there. I already realized it was gone
Gotcha.
when
Yeah,
I did that. I'm just gonna look at him. I'm gonna look at Fjorn and be like, I know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna say you care to explain yourself, or you want
You
to
let
join
me
Mel?
see it. You let me see it last night when we were drunk,
Mm-hmm.
and then you passed out, and I still had it.
Can I roll insight on that to see if
Yes.
he's telling the truth? It's gonna be a 16 with, I want to say 0, but let me double check. 2, 18.
Yeah, I think you would know he's telling the truth.
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna be
so.
like, I came up here. I tried a few things that I thought might work with it, and didn't. I know you tried a few things. Did they work?
Yeah, they did. I've got excellent vision when I see through it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I must be gifted.
Well, then you can help us find where this tomb is, or whatever, my hometown, and see what the hell's going on. Maybe we can find a clue or something there.
What is this coin? I know you mentioned something about it being a piece of a collection.
So, from what Nisros told me, and mind you, I don't remember all this. This is what Nisros told me. And after I have something I want to talk to you about, Captain.
I'm back. I'm listening.
Shipmate to Captain is how I want to talk to you about it. But apparently the coin that you
Melkor
have
from the plank.
Yep.
Apparently the coin you have will help resurrect a great evil, and it's his eyes. You need 3 items in order to resurrect him: his eyes, his heart, and a horn. My city and family, from what I understand, protects the vault that he is locked in, his body. Now, we have the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Storm, whatever, Captain, fuck all, has the horn. The heart is lost. What if the heart's actually in the city? Put the most dangerous thing in the most obvious of places.
I think that's kind of what happened with the coin.
And
honest.
look at
Hiding
Well,
in
and-
plain sight kind of deal.
I'm gonna speak up
Exactly.
and be like, remind me, where did we find the coin?
in a cave that had Nisros in it.
That's right.
And from what I understand, Nisros kept that coin hidden from Storm Flabbergasser.
Well, maybe he was in a cage.
It's Gustav the Storm, all right, bro. Gustav Storm.
I'm gonna look up at the sky.
Roll's
and
gonna
be like,
look
"What?
around and be like,
Gustav
fuck?
Storm."
Fucking thing's creepy.
Take another sip and be like, "Fucking, what is this weird voice?"
Froll's gonna look at Melkor and be like, bud, you might want to watch what you do, and
Like, don't mind me, nothing to see here.
might watch what you do in Crandy for him, because it seems like that guy's always watching.
Ooh, voyeur.
Hey, he gets a free show. But, Captain, I have an idea.
Did
Yes.
you just say butt, Captain?
No, I said
But Captain.
But
But
Captain.
Captain.
He must be talking to Grandy.
Big Captain.
He must
Every
still
time
be
they do
talking
that,
about
you both at
Grandy.
the same time have to be like, yes.
I'm gonna just look at him and be like, and I'm gonna turn and look at Froll and be like, I think we need to go back to where I was raised at the farm and see if that guy might know.
Come with me.
Come
And I'm
with
gonna
me.
make my way down to the captain's quarters.
Making my way downtown.
We've never actually been in the captain's quarters. You've talked about going there a lot. You never
Yep.
made it in there. Give me a quick description of like how you made the captain's quarters look, or how you picture it.
Well, I picture as you walk in, it's a small room, kind of probably 8 by 10. I've got a cot off on one side, kind of tucked back in the corner where I sleep, and there's a decent sized desk in the middle with a chair behind it. The whole room's kind of lined with candles to shed light, even when there's not light coming through the windows in the back of the room. And I've got a couple bookcases that don't really have anything of real value. It's just kind of unnamed novels that we found on our journeys.
Okay.
And I would assume, being a captain's quarters, I know we just kind of took possession of this ship, but I'm assuming there's a map that's kept on the captain's desk,
Yes.
typically
There
used
would
for
be.
navigation. Can I? Let's see. Can I roll to try and, get a general pinpoint of where we're at now?
I would think since you have been the one navigating, no, Melkor's the one that's been navigating,
Yeah.
isn't he? So I would think that you guys, since you started at your base with this ship, would have known where you were and plotted a course, and have
Right.
periodically come down and marked where you're going so that you've kept track. So I would think you'd have a fairly accurate.
Okay. So I'm gonna stick my finger on the map. I'm gonna say, we are here, and base is here. I'm gonna move it over to the small island that we have our base now. I'm gonna say, where is it that you're trying to go to?
Can I roll to see if I remember exactly where? If I would know the general, like,
Yeah, that's
I'm
the other
imagining
thing
I
too,
would.
because you have to remember where you came from.
Shit. Did not plan that one out all the way.
That's what I'm here for. I gotta find those brakes on the rails.
You guys talking to me?
Yes.
Where did you come from? You came from Nepris. Yeah. I don't know where the farmland is.
Nepris.
Hold
That
on,
was
let me
the
look.
underwater city. He's the prince of Texas.
Can we both kind of scour around on the map here and see if that's marked?
I think it was Lost to the Ages.
Yeah, I think
I'll say
I think it's what Nisra
maybe-
said, right? It's a lost city.
Well, maybe whoever had the map before, because we don't really know,
That's
where
true.
all this ship has been.
Yeah, that's true. Because we commandeered this
Maybe.
at the first island.
Yeah. Yep. So my thought is maybe whoever had this map before may have known about it and marked it.
Roll intelligence to see if you can decipher the map and any notes or
Fuck, this isn't
markings
good,
that might be
boys.
on it.
both of us or just one of us?
How about me speaking to him? Can I offer guidance and just let him roll with advantage?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I do not make smart characters.
I don't either, but that's 18.
Woohoo!
You look at the map and think back. It's been a while since you've been on dry land and home. You, as soon as you could, left the farm. You've always felt drawn to the ocean, as you know. You look like a shark.
So wait, he got shipped to a farm. Was it an underground farm or underwater farm, like a seaweed farm, or was it an on-land farm?
No, it was an on-land farm. I got taught by a retired pirate. that
Oh,
was
okay,
a
cool.
farmer.
Say it was fairly close to a port. You could still see the ocean on the horizon. Take
And what
10,
did you
15
say the name
minutes
of
to
that
walk
is
there.
again?
Nepris.
That's what I'm. Nepris is my home. Is my home. Home. The farm is where I got dropped off at.
Mm.
Okay, so you're wanting to go to Nepris.
I am.
That's
But-
the lost underwater city that people
Granted,
can't find. That
And we
everyone's
don't know
looking
where it's
for.
at.
DM, do you think with my background I might know something about it? Because I was under the sea for roughly 100 years before voyaging out.
The sea is a large place.
You've probably
Yeah.
heard tales about it, different
Okay.
points of view. They've been passed down for
So this is kind of like an Atlantis
Uh,
deal where there would have been stories, but not really. Oh, hey,
Can
I've
I-
been there.
any.
Can I look
there's
at Mel?
very
ahead, I'm
little
sorry.
concrete evidence. It's going to take searching and finding, and
Okay.
Can I look at
Um,
Melkor and be like, "Hey, you got any stories or anything about Nepris that you might have heard of?"
You'd have to call him in here because he's still out on the deck.
Yeah, everything I've been saying is out of
let's say
character
you
for my
look
notes.
at the
Mel-
map and
Weren't you?
kind of
aren't
pull
you
your finger along to what looks like the coastline of a larger landmass, and you say this port here is called Sudbury. My farm was right outside of there. You let them know it's been years since you've been there, but that's where it is. It might be a place to start.
Sudbury?
Yes.
I mean, like Captain, relaying most of that back.
Can I roll?
Yeah,
Like, I think that's where we should start.
Can I roll perception to see if I caught anything that was said?
Were you still on the plank?
I was in the middle of the deck because I had I'd gotten off the plank and talked to Broth about something, but he had said, he said captain, and I said, yeah, I'm listening, and I was coming back.
yeah.
Roll perception with disadvantage since they're down the stairs.
Waste of a natural 20. 13.
So yeah, you hear the name of his town. You kind of hear him talking about how Nisros had said Nepris is a lost underwater city that this vault is in, and his family had protected.
What have I heard any stories or songs about the lost city of Nepris?
Roll history.
And can I scream
gonna-
for them to come in here?
I'm going
Him
to guide
and
myself.
Nisros?
What was that, Brandon?
I'm going to guide myself. I get to add a D4 to an
Okay.
ability roll. 15 plus 1 plus history. Oh, +6. Shit. Like 22.
Yeah, I would say you've heard like silly songs about lost cities of gold under the sea, and there's fables of monsters guarding it, and they just hid this place so no one could find it. There was never really the murders of this royal family that are whispered, and you're not really sure, but there's different opinions.
I want to look at the captain. I know he's a rogue, out of character. Do I remember you ever talking, Curtis, about how you could get a message out if you got near town?
No.
Thieves chant.
You wouldn't know that.
It's Thieves Can't.
As far,
Can't. Okay.
yeah, thieves can't. As far as classes go, I would say you might be able to assume some based on characteristics, but it's not.
I got a way to go around it. That's not
Yeah.
metagame. I got a way.
Yep.
So I'm gonna look at Fjorn. I'm gonna be like, should we call Nisros and Melkor in here and see what they think about all this? And then I'm gonna look at you and go, do you have any connections for us to get information or anything? Because the more we can get, the better off we're gonna be right now.
You speak on connections. Being a 200-year-old pirate, I've got my networks.
I'm gonna look at him at first and go,
Roll a
wait.
history check, Froll.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at him and then go, you're 200. You don't look a day over 90.
Melkor would
Yeah,
probably
I didn't even smile to that.
Melkor would probably start heading downstairs, hearing those bits and pieces, because he's intrigued about Nepris. He remembers the song from his college days, and he starts humming it. And as he gets down to the bottom of the steps, he said, "You said Nepris?"
Yeah, Nepris.
I remember a song. And I'm like, the seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things surround you. What more is you looking for? Nepris, the city. Nepris, the city. And now you don't remember the rest.
And Fro's just sitting here like, man, this song fucking bangs.
I'm gonna look at him and go, right?
And then I start saying, so it's, from what I remember, there was monsters around it, protecting the city, and it was under the sea.
Under the sea.
And then it became lost somehow. But you say you're from there, but you don't remember it, or you don't remember where it is.
Both? Yes.
So you remember nothing from your childhood prior to the farm?
Not really. It's been almost, 20 years now? 30 years? Something like that?
I'm going to...
It's been a while.
I'm going to touch him and say, maybe this will help you remember, and cast Lesser Restoration.
Where?
On the head, where his brain is.
Which one?
The one with the brain. Like, I'm literally gonna touch the center of his forehead, where like the third eye would be, but in a shark form, and cast Lesser Restoration. See if I can restore any memories.
And DM, that was a 19 on my history check that you wanted.
Okay, I'll get that with you in just a second because I had Nisros roll one too. Broth, roll a history check.
Okay.
Also, Lesser Restoration completely cures you from being drunk, and I know you already drank some rum, so you start back at 0.
Woo! I think I probably only had one though, because I only took 2 sips. Okay, and you wanted history?
Yes.
Okay. That is an 18.
Ooh, nice.
Right.
Also, out of character side note,
Sorry, guys.
I originally wanted to sing "Kiss the Girl," the Little Mermaid, but somehow it came out Spice Girls. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't
I
know.
loved it.
That's even better that you explained it.
Yeah. I got nothing.
You same time period, I guess.
Kind of close your eyes, Broth, and think back, and Melkor puts his hand against your head, mutters his little magic words, and you have a moment and you go back to where you were before, and you remember seeing your mom pulling you down a hallway as you're running, and she's yelling things about how you have to get out, and kind of a panic. It seems like the city's falling apart around you. It's really loud. You can't stop running. They're screaming, fighting. You get to what looks like a circular room, and it has pods surrounding it. Your mother puts you inside one and puts the amulet around your neck and whispers your family decree into your ear and tells you that she is sorry and she loves you. And you see behind her Gustav Storm coming into the room after you, and his sword goes through her chest as your door closes and you launch out into the sea.
Motherfucker Superman.
Yeah, made him cry.
Yep.
Damn near. Damn near, buddy.
Big old shark tears just falling
Okay.
down your cheek. Well, sharks don't have cheeks, but it just rolls.
I dropped to
It
my
just kind of
knees.
drops off of
Yeah,
his
it's like,
hammerhead eyeballs sticking out of the
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
No, Great White. Come on now.
You just hear
We'll
it
talk about
slapping the
this.
deck.
Great White. Not a hammer.
Bro's like, did anybody fix that fucking leak?
But I dropped to my knees and screamed, "Fucking Stormborn!
I'm gonna be like,
Gustafsson!"
holy shit, that actually worked?
Yeah, me and Melkor are just kind of looking at him like, the fuck? What?
But
Mom!
think it's the trauma of it. He would just repress it, so
Yeah.
something like
I
that
guess
would
that-
kind of lift the emotional scarring and help him remember.
That's true. All right, cool. That was fun. I'm like, what happened, dude?
Like,
I'm gonna kill that sumbitch. And I'm like wiping the tears away.
There ain't nothing to wipe
Like,
there. It
yo.
already fell on the floor.
they don't,
Shut up.
They don't have far to fall.
I'm gonna be like, so what happened?
I'm gonna relay exactly what the DM said so you all know, because I'm not repeating everything.
So everything was crumbling around you, and then Gustav came in and killed your mom as she sent you away.
Yeah.
So
That's-
if she sent you to the farmer, literally in a pod, the farmer has to know something.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. And I never actually decided to ask him. I kind of just, I left. I just left.
Oh. I wonder
didn't
if she
feel
sent
right.
you with a note or anything.
Maybe your amulet is like a cape, and it protects you.
Where is it? I don't know. I asked Nisros about it, and he said it was our family shit.
Like your family seal or something?
Well,
Yes.
So there was something else. She whispered something to you before she launched you.
She
it was
whispered.
his family cat, I believe.
What is that?
Roll history to see if you remember what she said.
14.
You remember that it was short. It started with Valencards we be. You think you're not 100%. You say I would think you can't remember again right now. It'd be a little too much. You'd rather wait, maybe figure that out.
And kind of seeing his confusion, I'm gonna say, guys, if nothing's happened in the past 20 or so years, I don't think it's gonna be gone by the end of the week. I say our first order of business is to get back to our base, check on things there, and we can kind of regroup there and come up with a strategy on how we want to pursue this once we actually get on dry land. We've been on this ship now for 5 or 6 days. I'd say we need to restock and regroup.
Agreed.
Monteith, what do you think? Are you driving the boat? No, I think you guys anchored to sleep, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
I believe. Yeah.
And
So hearing all of this and kind of seeing how bad this is fucking with broth and kind of trying to be understanding, I'm going to agree and just say that we need to give it a couple days, kind of think on it, relax for a second so he can deal with that trauma and then come back to it and see if he can remember anything else.
Yeah, he'd probably be a lot more clear-minded after sleeping for a couple.
We don't want him doing anything reckless because of all these fresh memories coming up.
I kind of nod my head, and that's a good plan. I think he needs some rest. He needs some downtime. I know. I'd love to see what has already come into to our base, because I know we set up a little trade station there. We found some stuff that we can trade as well, put into our stock. Yeah, let's go.
And DM, while I'm thinking about it, knowing that I need to keep this coin safe now, it's more than just kind of a treasured gold coin. I'm gonna take 3 other gold coins, plain gold coins, and stick them in the same place that I keep it,
okay.
just to kind of keep it scrambled in there. And yeah, I'm gonna tell the guys if we're all in agreement. Let me get an eye.
Aye.
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 I'm gonna
Nisros
slam my light
throws
hammer
in
down
an
on the
eye.
desk.
As well.
Be like, Nisros, nobody asked you.
Be like, thank you, Nisros.
Then I'm just gonna start walking up to the wheel.
I want to stop Melkor before he walks all the way up and tell him thanks for bringing up, some memories. Now I know I have to kill that son bitch.
I look at you and my broth formed because I forgot to transform back, and like, you're welcome. and I'm gonna smile real big, and I have that like those shark teeth, so it looks really weird. And I realize, and I can feel the weirdness on my face, so I'm gonna like shift back into my normal self and be like, that was weird, and I walk back upstairs.
It's like a
I'm gonna look
goblin
at him
shark, so
before
you've
he
got all
leaves.
those crazy gnarled teeth.
Yeah.
Great white, fuck off. I'm gonna look at him first and go, God damn, I am ugly.
Can I roll perception to see if I hear that?
He just found the
Yes.
captain's mirror.
Oh, that's a natural one. Never mind. I didn't hear shit. I'm still doing Spice Girls themed Under the Sea in my head.
Stuck in his head now.
I'm gonna stay down below for the moment in the room and kind of just, chill
Yeah.
and sip on my cup of rum and smoke my cigar that I got from the captain
And
by lighting
reflect.
it off of one of the candles.
Yeah, and
So, about this
as
time as well, Nisros has been listening. You and him and Froll had rolled a history check a little while ago. We need to get back to. I don't want to leave a check unthought of. You guys having the experience you do around these seas, knowing things that are going on, heard tales. You would have both heard of a fairly old library, kind of a collection of knowledge for the sea. It's a fairly rough voyage to get there. Takes
Okay.
2 to 3 weeks, pending weather.
kind of
with
like a naval keep, maybe.
something like that, yeah. With some research, you could find the coordinates and pack for a voyage and prepare to head there to see any knowledge you could find after you guys go to home base and restock, resupply, plan what you're going to do, where you're going to go.
Yeah. And as I'm walking away, I'm going to turn around, say, guys, if you plan on killing that son of a bitch, we might want to start doing some push-ups. And I'm going to make my way up to the wheel so I can raise anchor and get us on course here.
I'm gonna scream, "Aye, Captain," before he can walk too far away, so he hears it with like a passionate,
I hear
I'm feeling like a predator handshake coming on as you guys rebond and reconnect as a crew.
Yeah, and I hear the
I just look him in the eye and go, "We need to fight things."
I hear
Sorry,
Froll
Malfoy,
and them
go
have that conversation, and I hear him say we need to do push-ups to defeat this person. So I'm gonna make it a daily habit to do 50 push-ups before, like 3 times a day, to build my strength, because I rolled a natural 1 on if I was listening, and to me hearing that, my constitution of, oh shit, I really need to listen to this motherfucker right now, because deep down I know I'm not actually the captain.
Did you say that out loud, or is that
No, this is all in my head.
all right? 'Cause you almost ate those words.
Yeah. Nope, it was in my head.
Good thing you weren't thinking out loud.
Okay. Well, eventually, someday, you'll get a bonus from that,
Woohoo!
but it will probably take a while.
Yeah,
I was going
I'm
to ask
sure.
if that's something that he could build on with.
I'm trying to look at it realistically and think that although 50 push-ups would help, it would take a while to add a strength point.
Yeah, well, it's 50 3 times a day, so 150 total push-ups a day. But yeah, it would still take a while.
And I would say when you start to, that might be a save.
Oh, that's a good
You
idea,
should do
actually. So
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and roll strength to see how well I do, or I guess would it be
Yeah.
athletics?
I would
I
say
think it would
athletics to
honestly
roll
be
to 'em.
athletics.
I would say
And then-
yes on that.
Maybe first thing in the morning, make a.
Oh no, that's bad. That's a 5.
You do
Say
girly
for your
ones.
first day, you get like 45 of your push-ups done.
Oh, I'm like,
Here.
oh, fuck. Someone told me of a workout one time where you do 100 push-ups 100 sit-ups, 100, and I go through like the One Punch Man's intense workout, which was just 100 of everything, and then I just collapse because that was a lot of fucking work.
Nice.
And is he just doing this out here in the open, or?
Oh yeah,
I picture that Melkor's usually standing next to you, so that
Yeah,
anyone that comes and talks to the captain is talking to the captains.
yeah. I'd say the reason he didn't do as many as he thought is because I was secretly putting my foot on his back for the last 20.
I like it.
Can you roll for that?
I'm like, damn, Melkor, you're doing push-ups and gaining weight here, bud.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like not out loud, but in my head I'm like, gotta do what the captain says. You gotta do them push-ups.
Secretly, I'm really
Excellent.
just trying to help him out. But yeah. So I would say at this point, we're all kind of heading back, and I'm gonna tell Melkor to pull up the anchor. I think
Melkor gets up and he's like got like the Jello arms. And he's like, can someone else please do that for me?
Work
I'm
through
gonna
the
tell him.
burn.
I'm gonna tell him tie a rope to your wrist and tie the other to the wheel, and just walk backwards to pull it up.
I try to pull up the anchor in my weakened state. I'm gonna roll with strength with disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh,
He's like the old-timey donkey windmill cranks.
are you serious? A natural 20 and then an 18 plus 0.
You're like, man, push-ups are already paying
They're already
off.
paying
You're
off.
like,
Bam!
the
I'm gonna be like just
anchor comes
one-handing
right
it.
up. It's done. You're like, done, Captain.
He holds his arms up and changes them so they look ripped.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, I would have to change my entire body, so probably not. But I would just be like, ooh.
Do I need to roll? I know we kind of
Uh,
steered off course at one point. Do I need to roll to get back on course?
I would say roll what you need to for your sunstone to get on course to go home. Having
Yeah,
looked at the
I've-
map, you would have already plotted your course, I think, today and have an idea where you need to go.
I would say probably perception.
Are you actually doing this for real, or are you?
Yeah,
Fucking
I'm
around.
holding the sunstone up. I'm looking around to check through the clouds and see where it is. Oh. That's a 14 total.
So you, for the first time, your crew is seeing is pull out the sunstone, and you're lining it up, actually using the clouds and finding the direction you need to go. You call out the bearings, and Monteith go over and roll performance to get the sails down. Melkor, I would guess, starts climbing up towards the crow's nest. Just instinctively, everyone's taking their position to start this voyage home.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell Broth too to get down to his armature.
Oh wait, I don't have the
make sure-
telescope anymore. Who has it?
Monteith.
Yes, sir.
I asked for the looking glass back from Monteith since I'm going up into the crow's nest.
I gladly hand it to him.
Can I see if he broke it when he fell face forward onto the steps?
Yeah.
That's a question you don't ask.
We could have just assumed that it wasn't broken, Brandon.
I want to play fair, guys, and it makes it funny. 21. Run
Shit.
19 plus 2.
We both rolled 19s, so I feel like we need a tiebreaker.
Oh shit!
Coin flip. Coin flip.
Either
Oh,
coin flip or
no.
just
Roll
straight
off.
roll against
Roll
each
off.
other again.
Roll off again.
Roll off. Go.
Ooh, 7.
7 as well.
Are you serious?
What the fuck?
One more. One more.
All right.
Oh my god!
Good.
I swear to fuck, this is the craziest shit.
Here we go.
7 again.
That is a 9.
Ah, okay.
So there is now a fairly big crack through the middle of the looking glass. You can still see.
Is it the outside lens or the inside lens?
Yes, the outside one. It's split in half, but it's still held together by the outside of it.
Okay. I'm like, God damn it, Monteith! You broke it.
I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, I drank too much rum.
Well, fuck. Dude, this is kind of a necessity. Like, we can't break this shit. And I start climbing up the ladder angrily.
Froll's
I'm
gonna
gonna
look down
apologize, and I'm gonna hand him like 5 gold. Just apologizing profusely, be like, I didn't fucking mean to. Ugly crying, bro.
I just take it and I huff off up the ladder.
And Monteith, have we given you a job on the ship yet?
Nope, you just kind of send me to do whatever.
He's the gopher.
Kind
He
of
goes for this and he goes for that.
He's the deck swabber. Yeah, I'm gonna tell Monteith to run down to the kitchen and check out. I think I heard some kind of a loud bang last night.
Holy
I'm
shit!
not
I was gonna say
sure.
the same thing.
But we need to
God damn.
we need to double check and make sure nothing happened down there.
Okay, I'm gonna go investigate down below.
Roll investigation.
Damn, this is like all of these I have no pluses to. I rolled a nat 20 though.
You're trying to search through Malgurim and Grim, making shrimp and cooking breakfast, and get past him, and you hear something. It takes you a minute to find it, but with your roll, you open the storage closet where broth was, and notice a small puddle and a little hole where it looks like a bullet went through the hull of the ship.
I went.
Did
No,
you say?
I'm pretty sure you shot the floor because you were cleaning your gun. And
Did you say there was a puddle?
You never said that in the last episode.
it's not bad. It's
We
just
never
the water
checked.
has splashed in from there being an opening.
Oh, I see. I thought this was 2-tiered. The deck, the main floor, and then there was quarters down below. Is that not true? Or am I thinking that's too big?
I
of
was
a
kind of picturing it's just separated. One side is the
Yeah.
kitchen and supply
okay.
closet. Then there's the captain quarters
Gotcha.
and a
Yeah, I
barracks
think-
underneath.
Gotcha.
And then
I think
like
we've
there's that
mentioned a
small
few
air
times.
pocket in the V underneath
Yep.
that
Yeah.
keeps you afloat.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I think we mentioned a couple times you have to walk through the kitchen to get back to the quarters and
Gotcha.
all that.
So can I investigate to see if the hole looks like it was made from inside or from outside? So I feel like that's a
I
valid
would
question to know
say
if we were getting
with
shot at.
your roll you got, you would not see any splinters on the inside. Like it was pushed in, so you would know that this happened from inside out.
Okay. Let's see what all tools I have. Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to determine my next little bit here. Because I'd like to try to fix it.
And while he's checking that, I'm going to tell Broth to go to his armature and make sure all the cannons are loaded and fused and everything's kind of organized in that front, just in case we run up on something again.
Yeah, I think Melkor might have left a little mess last time shooting that ship.
Can I go
Yeah,
investigate
that's true.
what my cannons and my gunpowder and balls look like?
You want to know what your balls look like? That big.
roll,
Still got a bigger
rolling,
dick than you.
roll an investigation at disadvantage. See if you can find them first.
And
yeah,
you
go ahead and roll investigation when you get up or over to your cannons.
and you keep saying that you have
Oh,
a
I'm
bigger dick, but what's
fucking
funny
pissed.
is I can turn into
Nat 20.
you. Ooh.
I'm
Yeah, you
pissed.
see that on the bottom of the pile is how you had it organized, neatly stacked, this with this, where things go. And as you get higher up, you see that somebody just grabbed out of the middle of the pile. This goes in, and this goes in. And there's stuff knocked over, or fairly unorganized. Your powder barrel has been knocked over. It's rolled down into the corner, broken your stool.
Oh, damn. He was fine until the stool.
So I don't have any tools or proficiencies with tools to fix wood. But I would like to go ahead and try fixing it anyways.
Sounds like an excellent idea.
Yes, it does.
What is your idea?
Stuff your dick in it.
Nah, it won't fit. It's way too little. So I'd like to see if I could find some scrap wood, like maybe like a board, because I'm imagining it's like probably 3/4 shot, so like a 3/4 inch ball that was shot through the wall. Or what would you say the caliber would be? Like how big of a hole are we
I
talking?
actually think
Probably
it would
about
be several
50.
holes, because the last thing he put in his pistol was
Ball bearings, right?
some ball bearings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and being
So you
flintlock,
load
it would be like a 50 caliber or so.
Yeah, it'd be several holes
it's a
about
big
this
hole.
big.
Marble, we'll say marble size. Like marble
How
size.
far would his
Mm,
these questions I'm all about to ask are very pertinent to how I'm gonna have to fix this. So would they, because he was close to the wall, would they be tight together or further apart?
Tight together.
Okay. So I'd like to try to find a board tall enough and wide enough to try putting up, and then I need to probably find a nail or some nails and a hammer.
I think we said we found some, didn't we? I think we said we found hammer and nails.
You definitely have stuff to fix it, but I would think that Melkor would be the one who would know where that stuff is at, so you'd have to go ask him.
That is true. Can I
And
continue
Melkor's
with?
pissed at me, is he not?
Yeah. And
yeah,
I'm all
but
the
he's
way
still
up.
the captain of the kitchen.
Yeah, it's true. I would definitely want to
Can
know
I-
this.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, I would definitely want to know there's a mess in my kitchen.
So I'm gonna go straight away and go tell Melkor that I don't know if somebody was in here last night or what, but there is a whole bunch of holes making our ship look like Swiss cheese in that supply closet.
I'm gonna, at the same time, I want to walk up and be like, "Who the fuck shot my cannons off and fucked my room up?"
Can I roll perception to make sure to see if it was me? All right, to see if he's yelling. Because I think I was the last person in
Yeah.
Oh,
there.
I'm walking up to the deck so everyone hears me.
bro, I'm going to look
I'm
down from the wheel and I'm
pissed.
going to be like, who the fuck shot holes in my fucking ship?
Fuck your ship. What about my cannons? My gunpowder. My fucking ammo.
I'm going to
Oh my
immediately
God,
put the telescope to my eye and just start looking around because I know motherfuckers are mad at me right now.
Can I throw a perception to see, like, to look on deck and see which one of these motherfuckers look guilty as shit?
I'm not on the deck.
Oh,
As he
I'm
scans
gonna
over
just-
to me, I'm just kind of like pointing up at the sky.
I'm gonna look at Fjorn. If I can. Or do you want me to roll to see if I see him going like this?
Roll perception to see if you see him pointing up.
13?
In your anger, you're just kind of wondering, why is he pointing up? You're pretty upset about the mess that's down there, and you're just not picking up on his hint.
I'm gonna also start screaming. I haven't even looked at the other fucking side yet. God damn it!
But while I am looking around, I actually want to look around. So do I roll perception with advantage
Yes.
because of the thingy? All right. Oh, is it still with advantage with the crack?
No, it'd just be regular now.
Okay.
Because that'd be right through where you're looking.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Question though, out of character,
That's still
DM.
not bad.
Since we played Sea of Thieves with the one that had the crack in it, can we say it looks like that one?
God, I hope so.
Where it's still pretty clear, but you got that like nasty one that goes through your vision
Or-
and comes
or
up
like
this way,
the-
you know what I mean?
The scope on the rifles, how it's cracked like into a Y where your headshots would be.
Ooh. I absolutely
he
love those
now has a
designs.
reticle
Yeah.
on his spyglass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Somehow it made a perfect little skull in the center. You're not sure how.
That is a 19 for perception.
Ooh.
You see a much skinnier ship than any you've seen before. It looks like it's fairly fast, sleek designed, and heading straight for you.
I'm gonna be like, Captain Frohl, we've got somebody coming up. It's smaller than a fishing boat, but it's much more quick. And I pointed out.
Can I look up and scream at Melkor? It was fucking you, wasn't it?
I'm just gonna ignore him.
Fuck you.
Like, Captain,
Yeah,
look.
I'm ignoring him too. I'm gonna look up at Melkor and be like, "What do you see up there, bud?"
I think it's something called a skimmer.
Yeah,
I think
call it
that's
that.
what it's called, isn't it?
Froll's gonna be like a Mercury 200.
Sure. I think the model number is, and here's the boat number too. Let me read you off the registration.
Can you see the tags on the side?
It says "fuck
Does it
you."
look like a good fishing boat?
You said the plate says "fuck you."
Yeah.
Well,
My God.
I don't know where Froll picked up this hillbilly accent, but I think it was the Mercury comment.
I think so too. Backstory filler.
Can I hold up my binoculars here? I'm gonna put my hands to my eyes and try and see what he's talking about.
Roll perception with disadvantage.
Ooh,
Hold on. Quick question before you answer that. What'd you do with the 2 cups of rum?
I don't know because I never mentioned that I drank them, so I picture I might have just set them up here when we went below deck. Let's keep. Bear that in mind.
I feel like Frohl would have grabbed those immediately when he came back up on deck, like, oh yeah, I have rum.
Oh yeah. Now let's bear that in mind that I got those sitting on my little stool here,
All right.
and that check is a 12 with 2 for 14.
Yeah, you see, like you get your hands lined up, and you see off in the distance, a ways away, this little something coming towards you. Melkor says it's a skimmer, Mercury 200. It's a skimmer, Mercury 200.
And seeing a ship like that, what would my knowledge of them be? What would they generally be used for?
Roll a history check.
Okay. Oh, 17 flat.
You would know with a history check like that this is usually a bandit ship. They
Oh, fucking great.
sneak in fast, try and board you, and take you over from on your own ship.
I'm gonna look up from the wheel and hold my binoculars down. Say, Broth, you ready them damn cannons yet?
Fuck you, fuck my fuck. And I'm gonna book it down below and go low. What side, Captain?
I don't give a shit. You tell me.
Fuck it. I'm gonna run down and load all 4 of them with
Okay.
whatever I can, scrounge up because everything's fucked up, and I'm screaming at the same time because everything's fucked up as I'm loading the cannons. Beat you with a fucking stick when I figure out who did this.
Would I also, or did you yell out that it's bandits, Froll?
No, but
think
I
you
would
just said
almost
fuck.
with me screaming at Broth.
Oh, to get the cannons
I
ready.
would
Yeah,
say
yeah,
I would say you could perceive that that's what I was saying.
yeah. I want to, as soon as they're within range of 60 feet, I want to pinpoint the person on the oars, or however it's being steered, with dissonant whispers to try to like fuck him up, where he like jerks at it and it starts veering off since it's going fast, seeing if it can kind of throw him off.
Okay. Let's take a break real quick, and we'll pick up with that
Cool.
when we come back.
All right.
Hell yeah.
We will be right back.
All right.
I'm A-okay with that.
We are back.
Make notes of that,
We
actually.
left our band of roaming misfits in the middle of the ocean with a Skimmercury 200 skimming up towards them at a very rapid rate.
So I hear the big voice in the sky. I'm like, hee! Come
What do you
on,
want me to
Bo!
roll?
Uh,
What do you want me to roll for reloading cannons?
I don't remember what you rolled last time, so we'll do a D20.
Alright.
Wah, wah,
Do
wah.
you want to do
Canonically,
two
I'd
at a
fail
time?
you.
Or do you want to
Yeah.
do one at a time? Two.
And DM,
So
I don't think you heard during our
17,
break.
10.
We were saying that we need to come up with an actual weapon sheet for our cannons and for the harpoons.
I know the cannon was +6 to roll for hitting
Yeah.
with it, and I
Okay.
think it was +6 for damage, or plus a D6 plus something.
Okay, so real quick. CAN cannons plus, what was it, 6 for attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then,
then-
I can't remember what we had said for the damage on another ship. We hadn't really done a damage roll for it hitting.
I think it
somebody
was
else.
one, I want to say it was
I don't think
Oh,
we ever
God.
said a
A
damage.
D10 plus 6.
No, I think it just
One
made a
D10.
hole last time.
Yeah, I
Plus
think it
six.
was. I think what you were doing last time was
6.
because whenever I was shooting, you were like hits, and then you're like it's starting to sink. Like we didn't determine damage. You just had like a number in your head, right? Where how much damage it could take.
Yeah. I figured that time you rolled really, really well
Yeah.
for those shots, so I figured they were just on point and doing what they needed. We'll say cannon shots for up close fighting with a ship will be 1d10 plus 6. Probably 1d8 plus 6 for the harpoons, and the plus 6 to
Yeah, and then it's
attack
up to
for
DM
that.
based on what we're fighting, what HP he would assume a ship would have.
yeah. I can probably look it up on D&D Beyond.
And the harpoons wait plus what for attack and plus and D what?
Harpoons were D8 plus 6 and plus 6 for attack.
Okay. Thank you. So now we're rolling to reload at the moment.
Yes.
Okay, the first one's 17 and the second one's 10.
So the first one is reloaded, the second one is not. You'll have to try again on that.
Okay, so now reloading the other side. 14 and a nat 20.
Yeah, you get the rest of them loaded.
So all
Nat
four.
20 will be 2 are loaded.
Okay. So that passes. All 4 are loaded at the moment.
Yeah, and Anthony,
Yes.
real quick, you can find the boats going on D&D Beyond. Go to game rules, then vehicles, and it'll list out all the boats.
Okay, cool. I'll figure that out here in a little bit. I have a note written down for your guys' SS Jenny.
SS Jenny.
A skimmer.
We were running.
We'll say the
can I-
skimmer has 40 HP for today.
All right. Can I throw
And-
a perception or something to see if I can see the ship from whichever side of the cannons?
Does it look like that thing was coming towards us?
Yeah, he said
Or
it's
did
being
you
lining
just
into
kinda
us.
see it? Okay.
Are they within
I'm
60
gonna
feet
yell
yet?
I'm gonna yell for Broth to wait. Being a slimmer ship, it's gonna be hard to hit straight on. But I'm gonna tell Melkor to go ahead and drop anchor, and I'm gonna go to the pulleys and start pulling up the sails to make sure they don't get damaged.
Okay.
Okay.
I am actually holding a spell though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and speak whatever you're gonna do. Yeah.
Well, I'm holding it until they're within 60 feet. because if I break that, then I'll lose the
Oh,
spell.
you're readied.
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. I'll pull the pulleys myself. I would assume I can kind of see him concentrating behind me.
They are at 61 feet away.
Damn. I'll wait that extra half second, and then I release the spell.
He
Yes.
farts and releases it. Just a little.
It's a
weird.
wisdom save of 15 for the guy on the oar steering.
Okay.
Does somebody have music playing, or is that our stream music?
That's our stream music.
Okay.
He rolled a 4, so he is now a victim to your dissonant whispers.
Basically, his mind is racked with just whispers, and he has to basically move as far away from me as possible. He also takes 3d6 damage.
He
Gets
gets
up.
in the ocean and starts swimming the opposite direction.
So 7 damage.
Why are you being slow? Don't be stupid.
Hey, you don't tell me what to do.
I can't help it.
This is about to drive me nuts. It won't react and stuff that it's supposed to.
Frol, I'm gonna relight the last half of my cigar I got hanging out of my mouth here, as I'm running back to the anchor to try and throw it down. I would say it's probably got a lock in the up position, so you just kind of snap the lock and the wheel spins and drops.
We don't have a lock.
Yeah, we established that.
Oh, I thought.
No,
you
no,
said we
no.
didn't
He's
have a-
talking. He's
yeah, we
talking
didn't
for
have
the
a wheel
anchor.
lock. Yeah,
Anchor
we would
lock.
have to. We would have to have a lock for the anchor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had the wheel.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm snapping the lock on the anchor to just let
Gotcha.
it rip and drop.
All right. On your damage, he took how much?
7.
All right. On that, everyone roll initiative.
Ooh, yeah.
You call them out so we're not speaking over each other here. I think I'm gonna invest in a dice tray, guys.
Melkor,
Tis well worth.
14.
roll.
16. Yeah, that's the exact kind I was looking at.
Broth,
14.
Monty,
14.
shut the fuck up.
Holy shit.
So who got
At least
real
Four
quick?
of the
Real
5
quick.
numbers are 14.
I have one question.
I already put my
Who
dice
got
away.
11 plus 3?
Mine was 11 plus 3.
Uh,
So was mine.
mine was
Wow.
13 plus 1.
Nithros is 4 plus 10.
That's so funny.
That is awesome. Oh my god. That is so awesome.
Man, we get the most back-to-back
Irony is
rolls like I've ever seen in my life.
Out of nowhere.
I know.
And that, as you lock down the anchor and get the sails up, you see the grappling hooks come over the rail, and you hear the shouts of these bandits start climbing up the side. You count
shit,
about
these things are here.
Can I take a chance and shoot? Is there a ship close enough I can take a shot?
It's directly underneath the cannons, and so I don't think you can point them straight down without it falling out.
What about
I was
this
gonna
thing
ask,
have?
did I ever hear Froll tell me not to shoot? Because I still want to like fire. I
No,
wanted to
I
fire
never
one while
said
they were
anything.
a bit away.
Could we just, since they're climbing up the side of the ship, could we just drop cannonballs on their heads?
We don't get the balls.
I mean, I'm gonna. Oh wait, no, we're taking turns now. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, just initiative it. We'll go.
I
We'll
was
go.
gonna fill a bucket.
I
of
want to.
tins
I
and dump
feel
it
like
on 'em.
chopping some people up. Anyways, let's do this.
Okay, Froll, you are first.
Yeah. Let me switch to my screen here. So looking around, what do I see then?
You count about 8 grappling hooks come over the railing on your starboard side of your ship where you had Broth aiming his cannons. You saw the Skim Mercury 200 heading towards you.
Okay.
And you see these
If we take
grappling
this thing,
hooks
that's gonna be
coming.
the name.
And on board comes 8 bandits, and one of them looks like a captain, one looks fairly grizzled, has like a piece of maybe palm frond. You're not sure what it is, and he's chewing on it. See him spitting on the deck, and they're like, all right, we're here to take your ship. This is ours now.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I'm
What'd you
going
say,
to.
boy? You don't talk to me like that. This is my ship now. I'm captain here.
I would say as I see these hooks up, I'm drawn to whichever one was closest. And can I try and catch this guy as he comes over the railing for a sneak attack?
Yes.
Okay, so sneak attack allows me to add 2d6 to my damage. So let's see. I'm going to attack with a dagger here. That's 13 plus 5 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And I've got 1d4 plus 3. So that's 6, 7, 10 total damage.
Yes, he pops up over the railing. You know, he's got kind of a hand-woven hat. Looks like it's all dried grass reeds from a beach, and it kind of overhangs, and what looks like hand-cut overalls out of a shirt and some pants just sewn together really raggedly, and you stab him right in the face as he pops up to climb on the ship, and he's like, oh, dang, that fucking hurts.
Okay.
Why me? Why me?
As he's screaming with 2-weapon fighting, I'm gonna try and put him out of his misery because I just kind of fucked this guy.
Yeah,
He
he's
wasn't
really
ready.
fucked up, and he would greatly appreciate you putting him out of his misery.
Yeah, he wasn't ready. I'd say with my rapier, I'm just gonna kind of like poke him in the chest
Gently. Oh, so gently.
gently. I'm just gonna kind of touch it and push.
Just the tip. Just the tip.
That is let's see here, 6 plus 5 for 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
All right, yeah, I caught like the one stud that he has on his vest. The tip
Button.
hits, and I just kind of gently push him back a little.
He screams as your dagger slides out of his face a little bit. Ah!
And I would say that's it for me.
All right. Broth, you are next. You are down with the cannon.
Do I know that they're on the ship?
So you probably see them climb over the cannon barrel sticking out of its little port side or starboard side window.
Then can I book it upstairs to see if any of them have gotten on deck?
Yes.
Okay. Do I make it on deck, and what do I see?
Yes, we've already determined it's less than your movement to get up to the deck. You see the same thing. Well, you come up and you see Vroll has his knife jabbed in this straw-hatted overall bandit. He's screaming about how much it hurts, and Vroll is trying to poke him with his rapier, but it's just not working.
Yeah, and it's real skinny, so every time it hits, the whole sword just kind of bends.
Yeah, it slides off under his armpit. Or
God damn it!
Would you say I have enough movement to make it over there and look at one of the hooks to see if another person's walking up? And
Yeah.
I wanna walk up with my pistol, and then if one of their heads are sticking up,
Is your pistol loaded since you shot it through the floor last night?
Ooh.
I'll spend an action to load it while I'm standing back. How about that?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. And that'll be all at the moment.
Melkor.
The guy that I did the
I
dissonant
forgot about
whispers
that.
on.
Well, he released his oars and is currently swimming away from you in the ocean.
Okay.
He ran and jumped off the back of the Skimmercury and started swimming.
Crossbow in
Like,
hand.
fuck this, I'm out.
I'm going to take a shot at him.
Okay. I'd say he's about 100 feet away. Just
Okay, it will be with disadvantage then, because the range is 120 for disadvantage. But I can't guide myself.
no, 100 feet would be less than disadvantage. You wouldn't have that, would you?
It's 30 feet close range, and then 120 is with the disadvantage. So
Oh wow!
yeah,
I thought it was longer than that.
nope, 120 is max.
Gotcha.
11 plus 4, 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Sweet.
You
Another 5 points of damage. And then bonus action.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
you're looking and you pull up your spyglass and you see he's not moving anymore. He's just kind of bobbing with the waves floating there, and you're pretty sure that he's dead.
Yes. And I'm going to be like, hey, Froll. You be the captain down there. I'll be the captain up here. And I give him Bardic Inspiration.
I'm gonna look up and be like, "That's fine, bud, but why don't you take out a threat next time?"
And that ends my turn.
I'm gonna mark that inspiration. That lasts until I use it, correct?
For 10 minutes,
Right on
so
the dot.
basically.
Okay, and it adds. Is it a die roll or is it advantage?
1d6.
D6, gotcha.
And that is on a ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Yeah. Yep.
Monteith, that is your turn.
Alright. I would like to attack the bandit closest to me.
Is he really quiet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll take it off my headset to see if it's any better.
Alex, you might need to scoot closer to your phone, bud.
Any better? No, I was using
yeah.
a headset.
That's it.
Oh yeah, that's a lot better.
That's the other.
I was using a headset that the mic kind of is very screwy on. All right. I want to attack the closest bandit to me.
Okay, that's Bandit H.
Okay.
Jesus, how many letters are there?
8.
At
Wait till
least
we get to
8.
Bandit R and you'll know.
Yeah, because then we're gonna be stuck.
Bandit Z might be a hint.
We got Barry out there floating in the ocean dead, and Albert's all fucked up with a knife in his face.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's Charles doing?
Cletus, he's still climbing up the rope.
Oh, Cletus?
It's not Charles. They got straw hats.
They're running us Mercury 200.
Is Jim Bob there?
Can I still hear the 6-cylinder purring?
Yes. There's Ivan is sitting in the back there.
Oars are smacking the water, making a vibration.
Right.
Melkor starts remembering.
So I'm gonna attack him.
All right.
Let me roll for that. No, you're all good. That's a 19 plus 4 for 23 to hit.
Oh yes, that definitely hits.
And that is 1d8 plus 2. I rolled 6 plus 2 for 8.
That's big numbers. Yeah, you slice into like his shoulder, and half of your blade just goes into his chest, and you rip it out, and he kind of just loses use of one of his arms as he's holding onto the railing, climbing onto the boat.
Nice. And then I have 2 weapon fighting. Attack
Go for it.
with a different light melee, so I have to attack with a different weapon. So I'm going to use my short sword for this one. Brandon, correct me if I'm wrong. When you use 2 weapon fighting, you don't get the plus on the second attack, right?
Correct.
Okay.
On the damage portion.
Okay, so that's 6 plus 4 for 10 to hit.
That does not hit. That misses.
Okay. So that'll be my turn then.
All right. On that, Nisros is gonna walk up to, we'll call him Frank. And he is going to pull out his pistol, and no matter what, that's gonna hit him. So he's gonna roll his damage here. Frank falls backwards off of the boat and is no longer among the living, as Nisros shoots him in the face.
R.I.P. Frank.
I don't even know what he can do anymore. I think that is it. No, it's
For
not.
some
He can
reason,
attack
remember this was always
4
being very
times
consistent.
when he takes the attack action on his turn. So he's gonna roll attacks for C, D, and E. Cletus, Daryl, and Everett.
Everett!
All of those will hit.
How badass is Nisro?
Badass, dude.
He's a badass motherfucker.
Fuck. Apparently.
Not to be taken lightly ever.
That's why you should never wake him up by kicking him in the balls.
Yes. Yeah. Cletus, Daryl, and Everett join Frank in the water. And that is the end of his turn.
Broth standing over there. Can I see that real quick?
You'd have to wait for your turn to check. I
Oh yeah,
believe.
that's right. That's right. And I wouldn't know
That
anyways
is,
because I'm loading my gun.
Old Albert's turn. The straw hat, handstone overalls guy with the knife in his face. And he's going to try and attack Troll.
Yep. I'm still just kind of poking that one little metal stud on his vest.
Does an 8 hit you?
No.
Yeah, he can't really see with a knife in his face, so he's kind of struggling to hit you with his sword right now and misses in all the pain and flailing.
I'd say the two guard bars on the dagger are just covering up his eyes.
Or you
Yes.
know, there's a knife in the middle of his fucking face.
B, C, D, E, and F are all dead. So now it is G's turn.
What up, G?
Yo,
Like, he gets on board. He sees Albert has a knife in his face. 5 of the other ones are dead. Dude's floating out there in the water, all fucked up and dead. Captain, you and Harold might want to get up here, deal with this.
Damn, Harold.
And he is gonna try and attack Monteith for killing whichever one you killed. And
I
I'm
really-
guessing a 4 does not hit on a
Damn.
nat 1.
Oh man, no, it doesn't. But I have something I need to check real fast.
I would say with a nat
no,
one,
you're-
he might
you're
have
square.
he
Yeah, I'm
might
gonna
have
say he
slipped and hit
misses
the
and,
deck
like-
or something.
Rolls over the railing and falls into the blood pool of his 4 brothers and is eaten by a shark.
Love it.
Teabagging the fuck out of his dead body.
Do what to his dead body?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Wait your
I
turn.
want to get out of battle first.
Yeah,
If you
on
take
that,
from the book of Bjork, that is a battle-worthy move.
Yeah.
true.
All right, then I'm teabagging the fucking corpse.
The corpse that just fell in the ocean.
No,
Go for it.
fuck it, they all fell off deck.
The one that got ate by
Definitely
a shark.
He went to hit you with his sword and rolled a nat 1, so he missed. You kind of just dodge out of the way, and his
I've been-
momentum took him over the railing into the water.
He's a sorry some bitch, isn't he?
And on that, Harold, big, grizzly-looking older fella, got some sandals on. You're kind of flabbergasted. You've never really seen footwear like this before. Got a t-shirt that looks a few sizes too small. His guts kind of hanging out. Got some ripped up blue jeans. Pulls out his weapons and says, "All right, Captain, we've been through worse than this. We got it." Pulls out a long sword. Takes his stance and is ready to fight.
This
Next
is
to
an
him
oddly
is
specific.
The captain went with the theme that was given to me. All right.
I like it.
Started with 2 bullet points, main story, and whatever the fuck you guys give me.
You're welcome. Was it the hillbilly voice? Did that give you inspiration?
Yep.
Oh
It was the Mercury 200. So yeah, now the veteran Harold and the captain are ready to fight, and the vet's gonna look at Froll with his knife in Albert's face, and here's my favorite cousin, you son of a bitch. He's gonna take a swing at you with his longsword.
That's my favorite brother, Uncle.
Does a 16 hit.
Mr. Uncle Brother
Yeah.
Cousin.
Yeah, Froll takes that one. I'm like, hey, brother, you're all cousins here.
That is
Fucking-
6 damage from that.
All right.
I
And
lost
he
it.
is
Brandon.
going to use his multi-attack, which the veteran makes 2 longsword attacks. If he has his short sword drawn, he can also make a short sword attack. So he's going to use his short sword. An 18, I'm guessing, hits.
Yep.
That is 7 damage.
Got it.
All right, then it will be the captain's turn. Melkor, you're still in the crow's nest, correct? Poop deck. Whatever we're calling
Yes, I
them
am.
now.
Yep, I'm still up there.
He's gonna attack Brock.
Oh, so this last guy wasn't the captain. Shit.
Now, the other guy, Harold, is just like their tank, I guess you'd call him.
The big grunt.
Does a 21 hit, Broth?
Nah, just swings by.
Just whizzes by.
The 20 hits. A 9. Does a 9 hit?
No.
He said, fuck it, I'm dead already.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That is 17 damage.
Damn. Oh. Oh.
I'm assuming by the sounds, Broth's fairly
Oh.
fuckered up here.
Oh yeah.
On that note, it is Sproul's turn.
Yeah.
But I'm also named it.
Seeing that other guy fuck up my buddy, I'm still poking my rapier in this one guy's chest here, just poking and poking and poking. I'm gonna go ahead and try and drive that fucker right on through. That is a 16 plus 5,
hit.
21.
That hits, and he is dead no matter what. So it pokes through, and you just kind of watch the life leave his panicked eyes.
As he falls, I'm gonna kind of in one motion here with my 2-weapon fighting. I'm gonna rip my dagger out and just whip it over at the captain.
All right. Roll your.
How far away would you say he is from me?
Probably 10 feet.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to double check. That one is a 13 plus 5 for 18 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
That is 5 damage. There's nobody around him, is there?
The veteran is Harold.
No, I meant somebody from our crew.
Me.
Yeah, he just hit Broth, so he'd be right next to him.
It says you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. So would that give me sneak attack on that?
Yes.
Okay. So keep what I rolled for that. What was the first 5?
Yeah.
And then I've got 8 more with the sneak attack.
Okay.
And so next to me is this big old tank bastard. I'm going to move. Let's see. No, I'm already up high. I'm up by the wheel. I'm just gonna stay here, and that's it for me.
All right. Broth, you're up.
Okay, my pistol's loaded now, right?
Yes.
All right. I am, and the one dude's standing right in front of me, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Then I want to shoot him since he's right there.
All right. And you have your damage stuff written down or on your deal, right?
Yeah, I have it. But what I'm gonna do is, if you allow me, I'm gonna use Deadeye Shot. When you make a firearm attack against a creature, you can expend 1 grit point to gain advantage on the attack roll.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, advantage. And I gotta go back to my pistol real quick. That's a little bit up. Oh, come on. Why are you doing this to me? Okay. $11 plus 5 for 16.
You're attacking the captain, correct? Yes, that hits.
Okay, and that's 1. Wait, we said 1 mine, that's 1d8. Mm, that one. 1d8 plus 1d8 plus 3. And that is 7 points on the captain.
Okay.
That's all I can do for right now.
Melkor, you are up.
Is the captain or Howard or whatever his name is he more fucked up?
Captain looks more fucked up than Howard does.
I'm gonna pull out my skull from my bag and start telling a tale of an ancient samurai warrior who had to kill his best friend for ruining his honor. And as I do, you see a spectral samurai in front of Howard and just slashes out in front of him and tries to attack Howie. So it's a shit. I don't know how to do this. On a hit, all right. Make a melee attack against the target as an attacking spectral form. Oh, so roll a d20, add my spell attack. Sorry, it's the first time I've done that one.
Yeah, it's the first time I've heard that one.
Does an 18 hit?
The captain or Harold?
Harold.
Yes, it does.
All right, so he takes 2 times or 2.
So I say, is Harold like an actual armored bear or something if an 18 doesn't hit him? Like, what did his mom breed with?
So that is 15 points of damage to him as the spectral sword slices across of his chest.
Damn.
I actually rolled really good. I rolled 2 5s, and then that's a +5.
See a gash open across his chest plate and armor, and blood starts pouring down the front of him, and see him visibly wince as he takes this lashing from your samurai.
And as the samurai swings around, he kind of turns around facing Monteith, bows his head, and disappears.
Monteith, you're good.
Alrighty. I'm gonna kind of like be taken aback for a second that this spectral samurai warrior just kind of nodded his head at me. And I'm gonna go ahead and attack the same guy he just attacked. This time I want to take my hand axe that's on my side and huck it at him.
Hook it.
Okay.
Hook it at
Question:
Howard.
Would that give him like any type of inspiration because of his class, like having the samurai?
It doesn't. I don't. No, it doesn't grant him bardic inspiration. It was to generate the spell.
Gives him a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. It's like, yay.
However, you can roll extra hard.
Yeah.
Giggity.
Throw them.
Yeah. Yeet.
Oh,
There we go.
Shit.
Nice.
Nat
That's a
20.
+4.
Whew.
So the original damage on that's 1d6 +2. So that's 8
plus your roll.
plus 5.
Damn.
13 damage. Nice hit there.
And then with my second attack, for my 2-weapon fighting, I would like to stab at him with my short sword.
All right, go ahead.
So it's a +4. I cannot make this shit up.
Oh, wow.
Double
liking these
nat
dice.
20.
I'm liking these dice a
Double
lot.
nat 20s in a row.
Wow.
Back to back. Roll your what's your original on a short sword?
So because it's with my second weapon fighting, we're just gonna say 6 to take away the plus.
Yep.
Okay.
So 6, and then that's another 1d6. That's 6. 6 plus 6 for 12 extra damage.
Damn.
Yeah, you guys start to realize why you keep Monteith around. You know, you haven't been able to find a job for him, but it's starting to look like you may have found something he can do. He just fucked this dude up.
Froll's looking over at this big old beefy bastard, and I'm like, yeah, you got a fucking tank?
I'm just a little 5 foot tall fucking samurai.
Yeah. I
We
love it.
we got a fucking fisherman.
You got
so out of
a tank,
curiosity,
we've got a fisherman.
where would my axe have landed on him?
I would think probably in his torso somewhere.
Okay. Gotta look and make sure I don't have anything else I can do.
I imagine
I
Monteith,
don't-
he slices through, and then he does the Power Ranger final strike move where he just turns away, and, like, looking at the camera, and just has, like, poses, just like Power Ranger style.
Yes.
I definitely don't want to put my back to it.
Only if that was the finishing blow.
I'm 5
Put your
foot
back into it.
dude,
As you
big.
turn around
just-
to do your power pose, you see Nisros aiming down the barrel of his rifle, and he just tells you to duck. As
I'm gonna
he-
duck down as fast as fucking possible, dude.
Being a 5-foot samurai, I picture more of a Deadpool than Power Rangers.
that makes 3 natural 20s in a row.
Holy shit.
Dude,
That
he's
is,
so big, the motherfucker.
Froll's just gonna sit back down
Normally,
on my stool and
his
smoke my
damage
stogie.
for that rifle is 2d10 plus 4.
Oh,
So that's 24.
Oh.
Plus his roll will be more than enough to
Finish
take this
this
guy out.
motherfucker up.
This guy didn't.
I
miss
want
me.
that
He
rifle.
tells you to duck. You see the veteran look up, and Nisros pulls the trigger, and his face just explodes.
Beautiful.
And his
Love it.
body collapses onto the deck, and a look of fear takes over the captain's eyes as he kind of backs to the bow of the ship and is now surrounded by you guys.
I may have seen your roll there with Nitros. I don't think he's ever gonna miss with that.
No.
Dude, that's it. He can roll a fucking 6, dude. Done. Yeah, no, he can roll low as shit and still fucking hit.
Damn.
So yeah, the captain's gonna lash out and try and hit Broth.
Fuck.
I want to grapple him.
Do you have a reaction?
I do.
Nope. I'm not drinking.
19, 22, and 18 hit, correct?
No, just waft the fuck by.
Nope. See here, move along.
Pearl just kind of ducks out the way, or Broth just kind of ducks out the way, like, nah.
Ain't so bad.
That is 14 damage.
Fuck me, man.
Don't worry, Broth. You'll be okay.
Pearl's sitting here on my stool like, damn, bro, how many holes can you take?
Boats and holes. Boats and holes.
I'm just
Gotta
gonna
have
look at him
boats
and just
holes.
cough up a bunch of blood and be like,
Monty,
ain't hear
prepare
no
them
bell.
holes.
I didn't hear no bell. Coughing up blood.
Yep.
Holding my chest where he shot me, like,
Melkor pulls
On that,
Melkor
it's,
pulls out his little
Pearl's
warning
turn.
bell and starts ringing it. Yeah. All right. So, for my turn, let's take a bonus action. I'm gonna kind of lift this tank guy up, and where his head used to be from behind him, I'm gonna put my head on his shoulders, and I'm gonna look to the captain. And I'm gonna be like, Captain, we might want to stand down. And then I'm going to drop him, and I'm going to rush forward and take a strike with my rapier. And since he's surrounded, that'll be a sneak attack as well.
Yeah. And it
Oh my god.
Nat 20. Nat 20.
picked the wrong shit, boy.
So that is a
Sodomy.
17 with 5 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
22.
Nope, you missed completely. Wizard's right by him.
Yeah. Might whiz straight through him. That is, let's see here.
You might think it whizzed past him.
Let me grab my D8. I've been rolling the wrong fucking die for that rapier. I've been rolling a D6.
No, that sucks.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Alright,
start
so
calling
that
you
is-
Grim. Make it a point to not know your characters.
Yep.
That is 10, 14, 18 points of damage.
Damn.
God damn.
Yeah, it makes a
Gee.
difference when you roll the right die.
Yeah.
Dude. Fuck.
And I'm just going to kind of stand there and look at him as if, how you going to respond to that?
Hold his buddy's dead body up.
It's gonna kind of grab his gut, like, "Hey man, we're just messing about. You didn't have to murder my whole family. Just gonna take a little bit. We got all them chitlins at home. Who the hell's gonna take care of them now? Holler's full of damn chitlins running around. Y'all fucked us all up. You killed Harold. Fucking fed them all to sharks. I'm terrified. I just want to go home now."
And I would say, I already used my action and bonus action, but would you allow me to speak to the crew around us?
Yeah.
What crew?
I'm gonna tell him, guys, somebody should attempt to tie this guy up. And then that's gonna be the end of my action there. End of my turn.
Broth, I believe you're next.
Seeing how fucked up I am, I'm gonna cough, and as I do, I'm gonna drop my gun. I mean, would you allow me to yank my short sword out and attack? Or that's the action of pulling the short sword out? Yeah.
That would be the action of pulling your sword, but
I would say one-handed is you're gonna pistol.
Yes.
yeah, you wouldn't have to drop your pistol. You'd
Yeah,
just pull out
I
your
would say you
short
could
sword.
hold pistol in one hand and short sword in the other.
Would you allow that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I want to run up and stab him with the goddamn short sword. I'm pissed.
But remember, in order to reload, you have to have one hand free.
Yeah. All right. There's my D20. Does a 18 hit?
Yes. Yes, it
Okay.
does.
That's 1d6. And that is 8 points of damage. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, where is it? I want to do an action surge and attack him one more time.
Okay, it'd have to be with your short sword because you've already shot. You haven't reloaded.
Yeah, no, I understand that. And that's a 17 to
That
hit.
hit.
And that is another 7 points of damage.
Yeah, he's looking pretty fucked up now.
I'm just going to stand there with my short sword and like I'm skewering him as I cough up a little bit more blood.
That it's
He looks
melt
down
burst.
and he looks down and counts the holes in his chest, and he's trying to match that guy with the same holes.
Melkor looks down upon this this gentleman, saying his entire family's been killed. Starts to have a flashback, and I'm gonna roll a wisdom save to see if I freeze up.
Okay, I'll let
Okay.
you take it.
That's a natural 20, so I was able to snap out of it. I kind of shake my head, and I'm like, should we just let him go? I kind of feel bad right now. And that's going to be my action. That's my turn.
I would say also you heard me mention tying him up as
Oh,
a means to not
yeah.
kill him,
Okay,
but
then
to capture him.
snapping out of it, I'm going to say that, and as I say that towards the captains, I'm going to cast Calm Emotions. And basically he has to roll a charisma save of 15.
He rolled a nat 1.
All right. So everyone within 20 feet of him, but my main focus is him, but everyone else has to also roll a charisma save and beat a 15. I'm going to make the captain indifferent to us. Basically, he stops being hostile towards us. But as soon as he gets attacked and witnesses any of its friends being harmed, I'll let you take with that however you want, since his entire family is murdered around him. But for at least one round.
All right. What's
Roll.
everyone's rolls?
I failed that, but I would say I was fairly calm to begin with.
Okay.
I think
Do it.
my attempt was to disengage, but I didn't have an action to actually do so.
Do I get advantage because I'm full of holes and pissed off? I failed.
Yeah, you're happy with being bloody then. Kind of like him. You guys are in the same melancholic bliss. Just sitting there
It's
like,
all right.
God damn it, Melkor.
I thought death would be worse than the.
And then
Okay.
Monteith is within that too, right?
Yeah, did you bail?
No, I rolled 16.
Okay, then you pass. But you see everyone else
I'm
kind
not-
of.
But to be perfectly clear, I'm not really like pissed about it. Like when I go into battle, I'm never pissed. It's just to me, it's just another battle.
Yeah, this
They're
doesn't.
doing what they gotta do to survive. I gotta do what I gotta do to survive.
This doesn't make them friendly or anything. This basically just says it makes you not
No more
hostile.
attacking.
Yeah, you don't want to attack anything anymore.
Fucking pirates.
So everyone should be calm at this point, except for me, because I'm not in the bubble. Otherwise, I'd have to
fucking
save
pirate.
against myself too.
So I say, everyone's pretty calm now, and we'll just relax a bit on the fighting. He's just gonna kind of lay his weapons down and I surrender, guys. You let me get up, I'll take my friends with me. And if I can get the other ones out of the water, we'll get on that there Mercury boat.
Wait a
Froll's gonna
minute.
say no. Ain't that easy. I'm gonna take my rapier and I'm gonna poke him in the back and kind of motion over to the plank.
I was leaning against the bow where like the rails would come together. You guys wrecked him pretty good, so I kind of see him just sitting in the corner where the point of the ship meets, and he's just got his arms on the rail. You guys are surrounding him.
I'm keeping the fat one.
Also, you DM, it'd be
I'm
your
walking over to
choice.
the big guy.
It'd be your choice to kind of interpret what his actions are. If it's supposed to be, what was the exact word?
He's
Hostile.
acting like he's surrendering. He's willing to tell you
No, I'm talking about
guys what you want to know. If
Froll, what Froll's doing. If Froll is being hostile towards him by walking him towards the plank. Does that make sense? Because if he's doing
Yes.
that and you interpret it as being hostile, he can't do that because of the spell.
Yeah, I wouldn't think he would. I think he'd just keep him sitting there because that would
That's
be
true.
trying to kill him.
That's true.
He's just pleading, trying to go home. I just want to get back to the hauler. Just let one of us get back. The women that back there, they can't handle them chitlins. There's too many of them little fuckers running around.
Can I tell him to sit down?
Crazy.
Like, sit down
What,
as I
John?
sit down?
I'm pretty sure I'm already sitting down, man. I can't sit down no more.
I'm gonna climb down the
More
ladder.
than just sit down.
Well, you said he's leaning, so I'm imagining that he's like this, not actually sitting.
I figured his back was against the point, and he's just kind of like knees
Slumped.
up, sitting down on. Yeah, he's
Okay.
wrecked.
I want to
He's
sit
trying
down.
not to die.
As
put
you
my-
sit down too, I'm climbing down the ladder and sitting next to you guys. Since you're sitting down, and I'm gonna kind of put my arm around the captain and actually cast Cure Wounds at first level on him. I'm just gonna roll it on D&D Beyond. 10 points of healing to him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, hey, buddy, I'm sure this was a misunderstanding. I heard, we didn't. If you weren't aggressive towards us, we wouldn't have, kind of went all out. And I'm sorry we had to kill your family. I know losing your family sucks. I've been there. So we'll let you go, but we need everything in your everything you brought with you. But you will leave with your boat and your life.
And Froll, I'm thinking with ill intent, and as bad as I want to say it, it just won't come out. And I keep looking at the captain. I keep looking at Melkor. And I'm, just fuck.
All right. He starts to look a little fresher, not much, but some, and he sits up and all right, just can I take Harold with me? I bet the sharks have eaten the rest of the boys, and so I could just take Harold home. We'll bury him, and he is a gentle giant, well respected.
Sure, but we need to empty his pockets first.
Before anything happens, I want my axe out of his fucking chest.
I'm gonna look at him and
walk
go.
over to Harold's body and put my foot right on top of his chest, grab my axe, and pull up.
Can I ask him a few questions?
Yeah, sure.
One of them being, so how many more brothers you have where you're gonna go back and do this all over again?
And you just killed all the grown men in my whole village. It's gonna take years to grow more of us.
Not the question I asked.
Can I throw
How
that
many-
right?
My brother's back, but they're like 8 years old. They can't even shoot a bow yet.
Well, guess what?
Still
You're gonna
trying to
teach
teach
them
them
early,
billions.
cause you guys are gonna come and live on. I'm thinking, I want to pull Froll off to the
I'll
side.
tell you what. What's your name? You come back to the holler. I'll show you what I mean. You'll see how crazy them chitlins are.
That's what I'm talking about. We can use them to steal shit.
About this time, the spell would probably fade.
It's still like I don't want nothing. I just want to go, man. Just let me have Harold take whatever you want. We'll get the fuck out of here. We'll go back to the holler.
I wanna
I
wanna
ain't
pick
gonna be
my
no more
arm up.
problems.
I wanna
We
pick
just
my
need it.
arm up, cough up blood, look at Froll and be like, Froll,
I
got
healed
an
the
idea.
enemy, not fucking Broth. I cast Cure Wounds on Broth next.
Your crewmate's dying, and you heal the guy that just tried to kill him.
Yeah. 7 points of
Why
healing
don't
to you.
7 points.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not coughing up blood, but I'm still pretty
And
fucked up.
as,
But I'm gonna
as
look at
he's being
Froll.
healed here, I'm gonna tell Monteith real quick to tie this guy up for a minute, and I'm gonna motion to the captain. I'm just gonna nod my head, just so he knows that we're not killing him, but he needs to be restrained now that he's been healed.
I'm gonna
If I'm be
reassure
tied up,
them.
can y'all take me home? Like just tow me and my boat back to the holler. We'll
It
be out
depends. I
there.
kind of want that Mercury 200.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna
this
tell him.
Mercury 200. Let me tell you about that sweet baby down there.
Tell you what,
gonna-
I'll
We
trade you
got a big
boats.
old V6. We took it off this fucking thing we found.
Hold on.
In the holler.
Yeah.
Is the
Man,
V6
I
still
tell you what,
going?
once- Yeah. The dude's still down there. Oh, Jim
As
Bobby
he-
stays down there and slaps that stick all day, man. He'll
As he
wait.
starts
Just
talking
keeps
to-
waiting.
As he starts talking about the Bondo job that they did last week, I'm gonna cut him off. I'm gonna say, listen, Bill. All right, here's the deal.
Oh no, my name's Ralph. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, Mike. Here's the deal. We're gonna let you live, but the way you get home's gonna be a little slower than the way you came.
Can I trade you this Mercury for that piece of shit sloop you got back there? Man,
Yes,
I got
you
some
can.
ideas for that thing. That's
But you're
I'm gonna
gonna
say,
you're gonna
yeah.
teach Melkor how to drive that Mercury 200 down there.
you gotta talk to Jim Bob about
Right.
that. He's not very
Nah,
friendly and he bites.
I'll smack Jim Bob.
Yeah, I'd say at this point, Monteith, did you restrain him?
Yeah, so I'm gonna walk behind him. I walked behind him after you asked me to, and just kind of reassuring him that he's not gonna get hurt if he doesn't be stupid. And I'm just gonna kind of restrain him with some rope. I'm gonna tie him up real good.
He doesn't even care. He's telling Broth about the Mercury 200 and the Bondo job they did last week. That's the only thing he's worried about.
Do you want me to roll performance to see how well I tie the knot?
Yes.
Hey, Jeff, shut the fuck up for a minute. I got a question for you.
Jeff.
Man, you should have been there this one time. We took it down
Roger,
the swamp.
shut the hell up. Oh, that's bad.
Not
Anyways,
only do I not tie him up, the rope I just kind of walk up behind him, hold
He
the rope.
ties
to his hand, and
himself.
drop it.
He ties himself. I like that.
He ties his own hands in front of him.
DM, can I spend my unlimited Twitch points to make that worse?
Yes.
Please,
Technically-
please do.
Technically, you're not DM of this stream, so
That's
you can
true.
cast points.
but I wanna tell
Boom.
Curtis, or no, excuse me. I want to tell Froll and be like, we could use them. We could use his family in that and make money. We could
Monteith
have him
gets
steal
lost in
for us.
the story about this Mercury 200 and how they got the hole that initiated the Bondo job last week, and
Yeah, he
He-
keeps
he
cutting you off
somehow
as you're trying to talk
manages
to
to-
me here.
tie his own hands together in front of him. And he doesn't think this should be possible, but he nailed the knot just on himself.
Can I roll a
would
perception
it
to
be-
see if I see that?
Would it be safe to say I tied myself to him?
I mean,
Like,
yeah, you
I
could-
tied the knot and then, like, I tied it to his belt loop or some shit?
I mean,
yeah,
however
but
you want
would
to
be
fuck
trying
up.
to tie him to the front of him. Where were you putting his hands? Behind his back or in front of him?
Yeah, behind his back.
And I think you're like tied to his back belt loop.
Yeah. Little 5 foot
Jerking
tall
him.
Monty.
What the- Fuck.
And I'm looking over there, and it looks like Monteith's just humping this guy. I'm like, oh yeah, Monteith, get it.
I'm gonna like try my best to like look around this. I don't know how big is this captain I'm standing behind.
How big is the captain?
He's like 5'5", $140.
Bigger than
Or,
you.
like, okay, I'm gonna lean kind of around him and be like,
Your face is like in his
I'm
ass.
embarrassed. Yeah, well, if he's 5'5", I'm only 5 foot. He's only 5 inches taller than me.
Oh, that's true.
So I'm gonna
Hey, little Ralphie, let me whisper in your ear.
I'm gonna lean over just a little bit and be like, Captain Melkor.
Yeah, true captain here. What's up?
I need some help.
Oh, okay. And I kind of pull down my drawers and start walking towards him. He's like, all right, cool. I'm joining the party. Choo choo.
Yeah, roll perception to see if you see his hands tied together to this guy's pants.
I'm gonna look at Bruth. I'm be like, Bruth, I'm not sure what your plan was, but their plan's gone south real quick.
That's a
I'm
13.
gonna look at Fjorn and go, that captain, that's on you. That's your crew.
I'm gonna look at the captain of the
You
other
take
ship,
care of that.
and I'm gonna say, I'm assuming you have a couple unrulies on board with you too, right?
Not anymore.
Well, I mean, Daryl and Everett, they were always somewhat troublemakers.
I'm gonna tell him,
But they ain't gonna do that no more. He's kind of shaking around and... What is going on? What are you doing?
I'm gonna apologize for what these gentlemen are about to do,
I apologize.
and then I'm gonna climb over and check out the captain's quarters on their ship.
I don't know if there'd be a captain's quarter. It's say it's about 16 feet long, and you heard his story. 16-footer, about 9 foot wide. It seats 6 people comfortably, and man, Jim Bob, he can get that little boat going.
Can I investigate? Can I investigate the finish on the side of this boat?
For trolling the bank.
Can I investigate the finish on the side of this boat? I'm looking for possibly like a boat grade metallic purple or something.
It's like, oh, that we call that rust. Some people they call it patina, but we just call it rust.
I'm gonna say it's a fine rusty piece of shit you got here.
Hey, now you don't be disrespectful.
I'm gonna say where
Mercury just fires up every time to get you where you need to go.
Not if we kill Jim Bob.
Where do you keep your valuables? As I'm just kind of looking around.
But what's a valuable? The boat's valuable.
I feel like it's some poor yokel inbreds.
Can I search for?
He gets a bright light in his eye. The boat is the valuable. I know what you did there.
Can I look for Jim Bob on here?
He's like a 3-foot guy. It's almost like a halfling. He's kid version of Captain Ralph there. And he's got about a 2-foot oar, and he's standing underneath a little panel in the back of the boat, slapping it on the water. And it's making the noise. That sounds like the V6. That's been
I'm gonna go up and
13.
I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna grab Jim Bob by the throat and turn back around to the captain. I'm gonna say, Captain, just choke the engine. Does the slapping stop or does it?
Yes.
Yeah.
You hear a ka-dunk as the oar hits the bottom of the wooden boat, and you lift Jim Bob out, and he kind of screeches.
Yeah, hanging on to this guy. I'm gonna walk back over to our ship, and I'm gonna toss him to the sleuth that's back behind us.
All right. Roll
I'm gonna-
a strength check to see if you can throw him to the sleuth.
Okay. This might be bad, guys. He might be going to the sharks too.
No, Jim Bob, no.
19 with 2 for 21.
You kind of spin and take him up and down as you're going around, and the second time you come around, you let him go, and he bounces off the rail and rolls onto the sleuth, and he's now up there.
I rolled a
And
13 on
being
perception.
5'5". Oh, sorry. Go ahead and take care of that.
As you're walking up, you realize that somehow Monteith has tied his own hands together and tied them to this captain's belt.
I'm like, oh, it's that kind of party. Okay, I can dig it. I was like, I see you're a little tied up. Do you need me to pull down your pants?
I'm just gonna look at him, and I'm like in utter terror at this point because I seen him pulling his pants down and he's just walking up. I'm just gonna be
Ralph
like,
says, what you mean pull my pants down? I thought you was letting me go. Don't you pull my pants down. You get out of here. And he tries to start running from Monteith. Get out of
I
here
imagine
now.
he's just making it worse. Just
I take the fucking rope.
As Melkor is pulling his pants down and Monteith's hands are tied tight to the belt loop, I'd imagine he's going down with the pants, so now his face are just about crack level.
Yep.
Yeah. Melkor has his pants about his knees, and he tries to take off running, and with Monteith's hands being tied to his belt loop, he goes down to one knee and face plants the ground. So it's like Melkor is holding his legs together on the ground, and now Monteith is on top of him, trying to pull his hands out of this.
Yes.
I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna look at all three of them and look at Monteith and be like, "Check his her."
I'm gonna yell, God fucking damn it, just fucking cut my hands free.
I'm like, I don't know what your safe word is, but it's none of those.
I'm gonna be like, octopus!
Hearing his safe word, I pull up my pants and cut the fucking rope off his wrists.
Next week, we'll get into how Melkor knows Monteith's safe word.
It's a good what if. Short there.
Really like it.
Maybe it'll be one of the stories on Passed Down Stories.
Yeah. I might have to write that for next week.
Yeah, I think
Please do.
actually. So yeah, you get this whole mess figured out. Ralph gets up and gets his pants on. Melkor gets the rope untangled from Monteith's hands, and everyone's happy.
And
No,
what
Monteith
kind
Kind
of
of
Fucking
giggity
mortified.
about it. He's like, "All right, giggity," walking around, his head held
what
high.
kind of
Monteith.
weapon did you say he had?
He had a scimitar and a dagger.
Yeah,
But the
I'm
captain gets to make 3 melee attacks each turn, 2 with its scimitar and 1 with its dagger. So
I'm gonna take his dagger and I'm gonna take the scimitar and I'm gonna toss it to Melkor. And
You giving me the scimitar
I'm
and the dagger?
no, I'm taking the dagger.
Oh, damn. I wanted the dagger.
I'm gonna toss
Wouldn't
the scimitar to you, and I'm gonna tell the other boys, grab whatever weapons are on deck. But we're letting him take the tank with the sword that he had back home with him. And I'm gonna motion for him to get on the sleuth and disappear.
they grab the herald, gets Jim Bob, they get on the sleuth, and they say, "Thank you. If you're ever around the holler, you'll pop in and see us, and we'll cook you some holler food." He sails away and
Mark it on the map.
on that note, go ahead and level up, and we'll
Oh,
call it
shit.
a week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was gonna say though, I was gonna look at Froll and be like, They never taught us how to drive that thing down there.
I'm gonna look over at I'm gonna look over at Grim.
Did it come with Jim Bob?
I'm gonna say fuck it. They had a Jim Bob, we got a Grim. As he's doing his little
I am, and I'm gonna look at him and be like, I am not letting Grim ruin that fucking boat. It's mine.
1977
Yeah.
Mercury 200. Woo!
and as we're tying off the Skimmercury here.
Can we search it?
One, I want to search it, and two, that's going to be Grim's job is to kind of maintain it while it's being towed behind the boat here.
All you find in there is fishing gear and a cooler full of swamp ale.
Say, hey, Melkor, fishing gear, bud.
I'm gonna open up the cooler and be like, Captain, swamp ale.
Swamp ale.
Swamp ale.
like
Shit,
a-
get it on board.
2-inch diameter log that's been hollowed out, and they just carved swamp ale into the side of it and shoved the top of the log back inside of the hole on top so you can pull it out and drink
I
it.
want to grab one and immediately just start.
As he takes a drink, he realizes that the mealworms inside the wood were never properly cured out.
So it adds
Flavor,
a nice
buddy.
chunky texture to it, but it still tastes damn good for swamp ale. Chunky, just like their mud water.
Well, the mud water you don't drink. You huff it.
All right. So I'd say we got everything looted. What weapons did they leave on board, or did they leave any?
Harold had a long sword and a short sword, but he said you were leaving most with him, and you took his.
Yeah, I was
dagger.
letting him take his to be buried with him.
Everyone else fell in the water.
Okay. Damn. I was hoping we'd get to keep their weapons too. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna motion that we set sails again, heading back for base.
I'm gonna go downstairs and go take a nap because I'm still fucked up.
All right. Anyone else want to do anything?
I'm going to just kind of hang around on the deck, kind of meditating, trying to figure out, like with the skull out, as like I'm conversing with it, but like telepathically, even though there's nothing really there. Just kind of preparing for what's to come and what I want to do with my life. Kind of reflecting back
Okay.
on the mid pause in battle and what it means to be a pirate may have just changed for him.
And thinking back, instead of setting sails, I'm gonna motion that we all take a short rest and eat breakfast before we take off.
Okay. That
And
actually.
I'd say that'd probably be a pretty good stopping point.
Let's say at this point, Malurim and Grim walk up the stairs with 2 big platters of breakfast shrimp tacos, and they all sit down and you guys take a short rest and eat your breakfast and get on course to head home.
Sweet.
And everybody, so you don't have to remember next week, go ahead and mark a short rest
Short
here.
rest.
'Cause I know I'll forget, and don't forget this week to level up.
Hell yeah, I'm already
Level
looking.
4. You guys have been
I know
through
I am.
quite a few fights, and that probably should have happened already, but welcome to level 4.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
And also, that's why I don't let Nisos help very often.
Yeah, he
Breaks
fucking
me.
murders.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
I gotta remind you of something from after we're done the stream.
Okay. I guess with that, Join us Wednesday for Secrets of Eldruma. Hopefully, we'll have the practice run of the story for Passed Down Stories this week. I guess with that, be kind to each other. Do something nice for someone tomorrow. Love each other. Most importantly, love yourselves. Have a good night. And fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
In the face.